welcome back to another Walt Millsy video. This time we're in a new game. We're going to take a look at Transformers Eternal War. So this game has been on the scene for a little bit. They did a beta test not too long ago. Now we're at soft launch. What does that mean? Well, let me tell you. All right, so this is a regional launch which has opened up to Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and the Philippines. That's why it's soft, because it hasn't launched everywhere. All right, good old spiel. You can take your best Decepticons or Autobots, put them in a battle, have a bit of fun. There will be some rewards sent out to you once you reach level 30. Also, there is some notices here. If you did participate in the beta testing and you spent real monies, real human monies, as Danhausen would say, you can apply for a bit of a rebate. So they'll just basically give you the same currency that you purchased to, use in the soft launch. Rightio. There's some more info down here about running the game at 60 frames per second. Obviously, devices like Android and iOS that you may be using could get a little bit warm. So there's a bit of a lower frame rate there that you can use. I'm currently using a emulator, so I'm technically playing on an Android device, but it's on my computer, so it ain't gonna blow up my phone because it gets too hot. That aside, let's take a look. Right, so this is your front page. Like I said, I did play during the beta testing, but this is a new account. We're gonna get in it from the start, so you get to see what I see, and we'll record these videos as we play to figure it all out together. So it's kind of a bit of a vlog on our gameplay. We want to get on to the ground floor, so to speak, of this game. I've played a lot of mobile games where, I've started them, stopped playing them, going back to them, and I feel, getting into this game from the get-go is going to be great for us. So let's crank the volume and listen to the intro.
By a raging civil war, dividing Cybertronians into Autobots and Decepticons. The seemingly eternal war dragged on until the lifeblood of our world, Energon, ran dry. In pursuit of new sources of energy, Earth became the new battleground. Until a far greater threat arose, obsidian harbingers of oblivion, cosmic desolation, threatening all life. Autobot and Decepticon forces alike were driven back by the relentless, ravaging tide of Unicron's Chaos Legions. From this moment forth, we enter the war.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. So, basically, the whole Eternal War, as you saw there, you got these Obsidian characters. Now, if you played a lot of mobile games like I have, and one game that I'm still playing at the moment, Marvel Strike Force. So, the way to explain why there is, 8 different versions of Bumblebee, in an evil version or whatnot, it's just their way of, doing a sort of extended timeline, or so you're bringing evil versions, rather than being clones or whatnot. So you've got all your favorite Decepticons and Autobots as Obsidian, and then Autobots and Decepticons have basically aligned themselves together to tackle this threat from Unicron. So you can be, putting a team together where you have Bumblebee, Starscream together, etc., which we'll get in there and have a look. Now, I will just bring up at the moment, while this game is fresh for soft launch, I have been on social media, and some people have been saying, is this game real? Because potentially some AI videos, because we're getting like Menasor with an Autobot logo and stuff like that, which is like, are these mistakes or whatever? So with that video, there's a lot of combiners that aren't accurate with the TV show. So you've got some Decepticons with Autobot logos and some wrong color schemes on, legs and whatnot. So is that an AI video gone wrong? Is that an early video released? Hard to say. I've tried to look for the Discord for Eternal War, and I can't find it at the moment from their official site. It just takes you to a broken link. There hasn't been a lot of sort of comms, I guess, with the developers of the game. It's something that I'd really like to connect into with the forums, and if this game does survive, you know, it's first year. I'd love to still be a part of it. It's always a challenge for these games to sort of cut through and become, you know, a game that's going to be around for years. Hopefully this is one of them, because I love Transformers. If you may or may not know, got a fair few toys, collectibles, action figures behind me. You can't see it because I've got a magical green screen, but we'll probably bust them out, do some more videos on the channel. But anyway, let's get back into Eternal Wars. So a little bit of a storyline, like, as you know, games, little intros. So they're going to give us some characters. We'll just run through it. A lot of this is going to be tutorial based. So we'll probably cap this video out at the end of this tutorial. And then once we get to elements that we have our own choices to make, we'll start to sort of look at that. You know, why we're going to build certain characters. Is it based on the ones that we have available, or are they, you know, what people are starting to look at to be, you know, the meta, or what we think may be that, or we'll discover it on our own, figure out what we want to build, and how we want to spend those resources, especially as a free-to-play player. That'll start. Obviously loving the vintage G1 sounds and whatnot. Obviously the looks are a little bit different. Yes, they have got the sort of, you know, bug for Bumblebee, but it's a bit more jazzed up. As you can see, there was a obsidian Grimlock in the background. At first I thought it was Triptychon. I was like, ooh, shivers. We got a big Tripty here, but it's just the obsidians. Like I said, I have played this game during the beta, so I know a little bit about it. I'll be looking to see if it changes a bit, or if it's sort of, you know, was the beta sort of where we're at now, or was there other stuff added? Was it just sort of like fleshed together a bit better, or have they added some juicy little bits? All right, so you got the storyline. Some people love it, some people just click through. Up to you. So basically we're looking for Optimus. We just ran into Huffer. We see that there's this base here that's been taken over by the Obsidian team. Spoiler alert, this is going to be our little base. So they're telling us we've got somebody in our way. We've got to attack this Ravage and Laserbeak. It's telling us to click fight. It's a bit of an auto battle. We get to see his ultimate move. Cool little animation. Pops off. Does like an AoE attack.
To know others, you must know yourself first.
A new character. We've got the Huffer.
We leave right now and forget about traipsing after those Decepticons.
It'd be very interesting to see who the voice actors are. So with the characters here, you've got their little abilities. Got to take a pretty shot. I think what we will do one day is we'll get the figures and we'll compare the figures versus the characters and see what we got. That could be cool. So with these ones, you can level up their abilities, you can train their attacks, and you can upgrade them with duplicates of the same character as that unlocks. He's an epic character, as you can see. As you get a new character, they'll flash new, if you know, like similar to most games. If they're one that you already have, it'll just sort of flick through it. So we're going to say we're constructing, but we're destructing actually, so we can get in. Another little battle. So now we've got Huffer and Bumblebee. So they're basically letting us know that, you know, Huffer's more of a tank, so we want him up the front, and then Bumblebee at the back. So being that Vanguard, I believe it was. We'll get the analogies down. Now that yellow bar, we're watching. Watch out, he's gearing up to make his big move. So Huffer's got his ultimate ready now because that yellow bar's full.
Boy, talk about lousy shots.
So an AoE ability, but also becomes a taunt, and it provides a shield. So now that all the enemies are focusing on Huffer, Bumblebee can do his thing. Bumblebee has his ultimate, but I waited a bit too long.
Leave right now and forget about traipsing after those Decepticons.
Still going to be taking this base over. We've just built our first building. Sorry for that abrupt end. We're going to cap off this episode. That is an intro into the new game Transformers Eternal War. I'm going to do a snappy live stream, and I'm actually going to post this afterwards. So if you watch the live stream, hopefully you enjoyed it. We hope to do a few more of them on YouTube. We're going to keep making videos outlining this game. Obviously very, very new, very fresh. May get some stuff wrong. Be gentle in the comments. But if you did like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button, and any content you want to see, throw in the description. I'd love to hear if there's any Discords, communities out there, any alliances, any other content creators that want to sort of collaborate with this. I think us as a community supporting this game from the get-go will ensure its longevity, I hope. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Thanks for watching again. We'll see you next time. I'm Bumblebee. Goodbye.